Hello, it's 12:49. How's everybody? I know, not great, but okay. I wish everybody the best of luck. I mean, this thing is really, really serious, and we just have to, adjust, and we have to just kind of keep it moving and wait till this thing is over. Everybody's devastated. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. So you guys keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? You guys who are studying online or, whatever the case may be, you can always, send me an email. You can get into this class and learn billing and coding. But, motivation is always the key. So, you guys just keep your head up and let's hope this thing will be over soon. Today, I'm going to do modifiers. I'm just going to do a quickie because I've got the whole lesson in the classroom. And again, anybody wants to learn billing and coding, or if you just want a Q&A, go in the classroom or go on Amazon and purchase a book. Okay, so in this session, we'll be discussing the modifiers. There's a couple of different types of modifiers: CPT modifiers, anesthesia, and HCPCS. So I'll add some examples also in there so you guys can see them, because some of you guys don't have your book yet, and I'll put some in there so you guys can see, what they look like. Although you can find all the modifiers in the book, okay? They're in your CPT book, and HCPCS has actually more than what's in the CPT. Okay, so the most common modifier is going to be your 22. Sometimes employers give you a brief description of what the modifier is going to be. You don't really have to find it. It's pretty much right there. And some of them actually put it. So when you start reading your reports, you will kind of get used to what modifier is what. Because in your CPT book, the definitions of them are already there. But for your exam, AAPC has specific instructions on, how to identify what modifiers they want you to use. Modifiers are 2 digits. You usually see a dash in front of it. It just pretty much alters the code. It doesn't change it. If you're adding something, or something is too long, or the case extends, or if the case ends abruptly, you have to put a modifier on there. Okay. And I'm just looking at what's in the classroom, but I'm just really giving you a rough down of what it is. And these are some of the reasons that you will use a modifier if a service or procedure has either a professional component or a technical component. That's your 26 and your TC. Your TC would be for hospital. Your 26 would be physician. If the physician works for the hospital, then you don't need it. Okay, a service or procedure was performed by more than one physician or in more than one location, you would need one for that. If a service or procedure was provided more than once. So as you're reading your case, you will understand this a little bit more. If it's a bilateral procedure, if that was performed, you need a modifier for that. Unusual events, you need a modifier for that. The above is what you will look for when determining if you are in need of using a modifier. Practice reading the modifiers. If you're not clear, read it again. Keep reading until you understand it, because some of it is not clear. Some of it, you like me, I can read something one time, and I need to read it 3 or 4 times. So, just kind of, be precarious of that. Your anesthesia modifiers, check your anesthesia modifiers, because the anesthesia modifiers are in the CPT book. They're right in the front of anesthesia. I did give you guys a separate. You really have a separate folder for the anesthesia modifiers. Let me see what else is in here. The HCPCS modifiers, one that we use all the time in the hospital. That's GA, GU, GY for services that are not covered by Medicare. So you'll see that a lot. The patient has to sign an ABN. That modifier is in the HCPCS. So again, this is just something brief. I don't want to give you guys a whole long drawn out discussion on the modifiers. You guys can go to the classroom and pretty much get a look at them. But again, modifiers are very important. If the service has been altered in any type of way, you need to use a modifier. I did put a list in here for you guys to kind of look at for the modifiers. Let me see. Let me just run down the anesthesia, because anesthesia is going to be on your exam. Dependent, it's probably will be inside of a case, in a surgical case. And even though the anesthesias are in the book, you still want to have an idea of what it is. So if you see it on the test, you might not need your 2 minutes and 15 seconds. You might need your 1 minute. Boom, get rid of it. All anesthesia services are reported by use of anesthesia. 5-digit procedure code. Example 00100 to 0199. That's the range of your anesthesia. Plus the addition of a physical status modifier. The physical status modifiers I did put in the classroom in case you guys do not have your book. P1, normal healthy patient. P2, patient with mild systematic disease. P3, patient with severe systematic disease. P4, patient with severe systematic disease that is constant life threat to life. So these are in there, but if you know them quickly off your back, you don't have to waste too much time on them when you're taking your test. Let's see. There's six P's. Let me see. Physical status modifiers. I'm just trying to run down. I don't want to take too much time. It's already 6 minutes. I don't know how it's 6 minutes already. But the American Society of Anesthesiologists. You guys remember I told you to go on that for those CF factors. What else we have here? That was just a quick rundown of that. I didn't even give you none of the CPT. I'm going to give you those. So the Hicks-Picks level 2 modifiers. BO, orally administered nutrition, not by feeding tube. E2, lower left eyelid. Example, append E2 to CPT code 67700 when a blepharotomy, drainage of abscess of the left lower eyelid, is performed. Look it up, 67700. Some of you have books, some of you don't, but look it up anyway. GA, waive your liability statement issued as required by payer policy individual case. That's the one I just gave y'all. Append GA to CPT code when the diagnosis code does not meet the medical necessity according to the local coverage determination. That's the LCD. They may ask you that, what is LCD? Of the MAC, Medicare Administrative Contractor, okay? Just a couple. LTs, left side. NU, new equipment. This is Hicks-Picks level 2 I'm looking at right now, guys. TC, that's that technical component. Let's see. Look this up. 92081. Append TC to CPT 92081. Look it up. I put it in there. Look it up. When individual files examination, unilateral bilateral is performed by a technician. This is pretty much what you're going to read. I'm just trying to go fast. The physician will report 92018. Now look, the hospital will report the same code. The physician reports the code. 26 on the physician, TC goes on the hospital. Why? Because those claims have to split. They both have to get paid. If that physician works for the hospital, then you don't have to do that. All right. So let me see. Oh, here's a couple of CPT examples. This is my favorite one. Modifier 22. Somebody asked me about this the other day. Now, they had an interview with this, and it's not unusual for them to ask about this. Let me see, because, you know, I didn't do the audit on it yet. I just kind of put it in here, but this has to be audited. I'm gonna try to audit it tonight. I got to go back to work, so, you know, it's like I got 5 computers sitting here. I don't know which one to mess with. So, Modifier 22, increase procedural services. When the service provided is greater than that usually required for the listed procedure, it may be identified by using Modifier 22, increased procedural service. Modifier 25, significant, separate, identifiable evaluation and management service by the same physician or other qualified healthcare professional on the same day. When they say other qualified healthcare professional, they mean like physician assistant, nurse practitioner, and stuff like that. They're called locum tenens. Am I saying it right? Locum tenens. Those are people who take care of patients when the doctor is out. I know, that's what you might be on your test. It sounds crazy. You know my pronunciation of stuff is off. Modifier 26, that's the professional component. That's what we just talked about, okay? Certain procedures require a professional component and a technical component. When a professional component is reported separately identifiable, it is as such by adding Modifier 26.